In recent developments concerning Manchester United, co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe is contemplating further redundancies within the club. Senior sources have indicated that the club is exploring additional cost-cutting measures, a necessity brought about by the alarming financial losses that have accumulated over the past 3 years. Reports suggest that Manchester United has faced nearly £300 million in losses, a situation that one insider has described as unsustainable. As a response to this financial strain, the co-owners Ineos Group, chaired by Ratcliffe, are reportedly considering making between 100 to 200 staff redundant. A final decision on this matter is anticipated within the next fortnight. The need for such drastic measures comes in the wake of previous cuts that Ineos has already implemented. These include the redundancy of 250 staff members, the removal of Sir Alex Ferguson's role as a paid ambassador, and the termination of the policy that allowed free travel for staff attending finals. The rationale behind these cuts is clear. The savings garnered from these redundancies are intended to be reinvested into the first team. It is estimated that the latest round of redundancies could save the club around £45 million annually. In a separate but significant move, Jackie Kay, the long-serving head of team operations, is set to depart the club after nearly 30 years of service. This transition aligns with Ratcliffe's previous statements, where he warned that more difficult and unpopular decisions would be necessary to steer the club towards a more favorable position. Financially, Ratcliffe has already injected £300 million into the club, which has been allocated for extensive improvements at the Carrington training ground and for planning a potential new stadium. However, Ratcliffe has yet to finalize whether to approve the construction of a new stadium, which could exceed £2 billion, or to undertake a rebuild of Old Trafford, estimated to cost around £1.5 billion. The club's financial situation remains precarious, as evidenced by their latest accounts, which revealed a net loss of £130.2 million for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2024. This figure follows previous losses of £28.7 million in 2022-2023 and £115.5 million in 2021 to 2022, culminating in total losses exceeding £370 million over the last 5 years. Reflecting on Ineos's 12 months at Old Trafford, it is noteworthy that the group completed a deal worth approximately $1.6 billion for a stake in Manchester United in February 2024. Following Ratcliffe's investment, Ineos took over football operations at the club and quickly initiated a restructuring process. This included the appointment of Dan Ashworth as sporting director, Omar Barada as the new chief executive, and Jason Wilcox as technical director. Initially, Ineos opted to retain Erik ten Hag as manager. However, they later sacked him, incurring a compensation cost of £10.4 million. In November, the club paid Sporting £11 million to bring in Ruben Amorim as ten Hag's replacement. Under Amorim's management, the team has seen mixed results, winning 10 and losing 8 of the 20 games played. Furthermore, the club faced criticism for raising matchday ticket prices to £66 per game, with no concessions offered for children or pensioners. On the pitch, Manchester United is currently struggling, sitting in 13th place in the Premier League, a staggering 27 points behind leaders Liverpool and 14 points off the top 4. Despite these challenges, the team has progressed to the 5th round of the FA Cup and the last 16 of the Europa League. In terms of player transactions, Ineos has spent over £200 million in 2 transfer windows, overseeing the departure of key players such as midfielder Scott McTominay to Napoli and Marcus Rashford on loan to Aston Villa. Additionally, significant signings like Jadon Sancho and Antony have also been loaned out. As part of Ineos's broader sporting portfolio, Manchester United is joined by the Swiss football club FC Lausanne Sport, the French side Nice, and the co-ownership of the F1 team Mercedes, alongside the Ineos Grenadiers cycling team. Recently, the company has faced legal action from New Zealand Rugby for an alleged breach of contract, which they attribute to cost-saving measures amid challenges in the European chemicals industry. The recent departure of 4-time Olympic champion Ben Ainsley from their America's Cup sailing team further underscores the financial pressures facing Ineos. As Manchester United navigates these turbulent times, the decisions made in the coming weeks will be crucial in determining the club's future.